Prince Institute. Exercise 161. Sir Happy Singh. Ready? Start. Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, we are discussing the performance of a ministry which, according to me, is the most important in the government. The minister should feel proud that he has been assigned such an important job, but at the same time, I hope he realizes that it is the most unenviable job. We know that both coal and electricity are nationalized assets. So, for whatever performance that is before us, it will not be possible for us to find any scapegoats. We in government, whether it is the present government or the previous government, should take full responsibility for non performance or for bad performance. As I said, we are discussing the performance of a very vital ministry. Sir, we know that because of historical reasons, we are industrially backward. We have got independence, we have become our own masters of our own strategies, programs, and economic policies. A large population is still dependent on agriculture. We know that a larger population depending on agriculture is a sign of backwardness. Therefore, we want to shift the population from agriculture to industry and tertiary sector. How can we do it? We can do it only by generating energy. Therefore, when the October Revolution in Russia became successful, Lenin said that electricity is equal to communism. He said that generating electricity is equal to ushering in communism. That is the importance of the ministry over which my friend is presiding. Therefore, we must be very careful about the performance of these two sectors on which depends the performance of so many other things. As I said, if you want industrialization rapidly and shift the population to industry and tertiary sector, you have got to give the best account of these two. As I said, we cannot find scapegoats because this is a completely nationalized sector. I am for nationalization. There may be some faults here and there. I do not think that we should go back. As is being feared by some friends here, there is a possibility of inviting the private sector to call. Some friends feel that we will have to think, maybe wrong, of inviting the private sector to generation of electricity also by allowing them to put up some power stations. And it is also apprehended that these captive power stations that the private sector will put up will use transmission lines of the electricity boards, and there will be a number of problems. I hope the government is not going back on what we have done all these years. Now, let us take the case of coal. What investment have we made in this sector? In all humility, I think the Honorable Minister knows that till now we have invested rupees 1130 crores for development of coal in this country. And what is the performance? Can we afford to be complacent about the performance of this very vital sector, and that too in this very poor country where so many things go unattended to even after so many years of independence? As per the data available, the investment is nearly rupees 1130 crores. And what is the total loss till now? Rupees 711 crores are already lost in this coal business. It must give us a rude shock, for in a nationalized industry, it is a supplier's market. Why should we incur any loss? Only last year, the loss was running into rupees 212 crores. So, this is the state of affairs. Friends feel worried about the performance of this industry. I am not interested in what happened in the lower house exchanging allegations about corruption and all those things. I am not talking of that type of corruption. But all of us know that there is a lot of corruption in coal fields. The ministry has gone ahead with searching out racketeers. Some cases were found out where defalcation and misuse of all these things were going on, and coal worth rupees 50 crore was found out. I was very glad. I wanted to congratulate the minister. I want him to go ahead about this ruthlessly. After all, we are concerned with the poor people's money. So, ruthlessly, you kindly go ahead and see that this racket is absolutely abolished from this industry. Only then we will be able to give proper account to the people whom we tax heavily for the purpose of all these things. I hope the minister knows very well that a book entitled Save Coal India has been published. I do not know whether he has gone through it. Apart from his prejudice, whether he is harboring any prejudice about that book or not, and whether his officers, the bureaucrats, are harboring any prejudice or not, we must go about it and find out what remains to be done by us. As I said, we cannot afford to be complacent. From whatever quarters good suggestions and warnings come, we should pay proper heed. After all, we are representatives of the poor people. There are people without food, without shelter, without clothes.